who I am? Yeah, one person. I like it when they don't know. My name's Chris. I'm the president and founder of this, so it's my fault. Sorry. Own your own company. You only have to work half days. Pick any 12 hours. It's great. So you guys are an uncurated audience, which means we have no control over who you are. You can be anything. We get everything from billionaire philanthropists to West Side factory rats and everybody in between. It's awesome. And every week you get invited in here to tour the whole place and see everything we do and how we do it and all of our secret sauce. And afterwards, we do something absolutely remarkable that I have never seen anywhere else, but I'm hoping. At this moment, I am on live television, broadcasting to Channel 1 on our main internet feed from that camera and that microphone, and they can see and hear everything I say. Also, there's a camera up there recording that'll go out to YouTube tomorrow unedited, which means this entire clip will go in one piece, which is why they limit me on time. You get to ask me absolutely anything you want. There are no rules on live television and on YouTube with no tape delay and a very long memory. We do this because out of 2,200 different nonprofit organizations in the city of Grand Rapids alone, it's not counting the Metroplex, it isn't like Kentwood, Wyoming, all that, just the city of Grand Rapids, 2,200 nonprofits. There are 3 that hold a GuideStar Platinum rating for accountability and transparency. We're one of them. I'm really big on people asking questions and demanding evidence, especially from people that they donate to or people in some manner of position of power and authority. And I do this because it is my job to get you to think for yourself and ask questions and demand evidence and use skepticism and critical thinking. If I'm successful, I will turn you all into a giant pain in the ass for anybody you're ever going to have to vote for. That's what I'm here for. So, 10 minutes on the clock. Go. What do you want to know? There are no rules to this. I've even gotten boxes of bricks. You can ask anything you want.
Where do you get the materials for?
Everywhere. People donate them. Our material supply chain ranges from all of those companies that donate stuff. Some of them, a very few, donate money, but most companies donate stuff. And people like you show up with carloads of things. I've got this old computer. I've got this old stereo, this old microwave. Children on occasion, and it just shows up. And we have 43,800 square feet, half a city block. If I had 3 city blocks, I could fill it in a month and a half, no problem. Like this week, like people talk about like we've done so much for the environment. This week we recycled 54 tons of cardboard. I've done my part for the planet. The reason I didn't get up here quick enough was I was in a box minutes ago of about 2,600 pounds of plastic that we're recycling right now. And that's one box. I've got 3 boxes we're moving right now.
Do you do the recycling here, or do you...
We process it, it goes out. Let me answer that. This will be fun.
No, if you want, it's FaceTime too.
Let me answer the question.
How about you FaceTime? Hey, hold on, you have to answer this. I'm at a place with the thing.
Hi, have you got a quick second?
What up, Lorraine?
I'm Chris Boden with the Geek Group, and you are on today's trivia challenge. You want to play? Okay, what has little balls and hangs down? Maybe in your world? No, the answer is a bat. What has big balls and hangs up? There you go.
Oh, she's gone.
That was the point.
That's funny.
Don't worry, she'll call back and hit
Oh,
me.
no.
I get that a lot. Next, hit me.
How many members do you have?
35,000 members globally in about 140 different countries. Locally, we have about 600. Taylor! Ballpark, local member count. 650? Huh? 685. 685. We have 685 local, active, every week paying members.
Do you have a list of other shops like this? Or is this the only one?
This is it in Grand Rapids. No, that's not true. There's GR makers, and you should go check them out. They cost about 3 times as much as us. Their entire facility would fit into this space, but I hear they're borrowing a 3D printer from one of their members now. I have opinions about for-profit maker spaces, but I can't keep that down to 10 minutes unless I just jump on the table, have a mighty big steaming dump the size of a birthday cake, and start flinging poo at the windows. That's what I think of for-profit maker spaces.
I wasn't lying.
Yes.
Like I saw like bits of screws and end mills and all that stuff. Is that all free with the?
As a rule, yes. Certain things that have a fixed consumable cost, we price it to you at the level of what it costs us. We don't make a profit on it. So like if you come in and 3D print, it costs a couple pennies a gram because of the filament. If you come in and use a $1,500 ISCAR end mill, and we have piles of them. If you come in and use one, yes, you put some wear on the tool. I don't worry about it. That's the cost of doing business. If you come in and when I go on the security monitor, see you go, hey yo, watch this! And take a 50 horsepower cut on a 20 horsepower bit and turn it into a blob of molten metal, you're buying a new tool. Short of that though, like if you're using an end mill and it breaks, shit happens, you're gonna be your difference. The only two people guaranteed to make money in a workshop are the scrap guy and the tool guy, and that's it. Everything else is just up for grabs. And we know that, and I have a guy right now, I got a guy who's spent easily a week on an angle grinder, like non-stop, just doing this poor angle grinder. And I know when he's done buying a new angle grinder, okay, he's not abusing the tool, he's not doing anything wrong with it, he's just using more time than 300 people normally would this year. But he decided to make an anvil out of a piece of railroad track, and well, that's part of the job. The idea is that on you, we'll make 20 bucks, on her, I'll lose 20 bucks, and in the end, it evens out. We're a nonprofit. It all evens out in the end. And as long as at the end of the year, I don't have to spend too much money to work here, it's cool. There's more important things in the world than just turning a profit. That's pretty much our whole methodology here.
It's kind of what nonprofits are about.
Yeah. I want to change the world. If you start a business, you get to make a choice on your first day. You get to eat really good, or you get to sleep really good. I sleep great. Next.
So on something like the sublimation printers, do you have blanks of things, or do you?
Like if you want to have mugs and stuff like that, we have the blank mugs, we get t-shirts, we get the tiles, we get all the basic materials. We have people that bring their own in. Don't do that, it's a pain in the ass. Because there's very specific, like if you want to print on a t-shirt, you have to have a very specific fabric for it to work right and look right. If you come in with the right fabric and the wrong color, it's not going to look good. I have people who may have scored a high score on chromosome testing that cannot understand that this won't work, and no matter what you do, you're not going to be smarter than the guy that invented the ink that's used in that. And if he says you have to use a white cotton shirt, you really do. He tried other things. And I get people that come in with black cotton shirts. And it looks like hell. Well, yeah, it does, because that's how the ink works. And that's my battle every week.
Do the list of like the blanks you have?
Yes, and you can check it out. Like, we keep it all in stock. So, like, if you want to, and they're all cheap. Like, mugs are like $5. It's stupid cheap. And we know the mugs work, and we'll take you through the whole process. And the idea is we expect people to come in here with some kind of a desire of what they want to do, but not necessarily the knowledge of how to do it. So we'll take you through it step by step. We don't guarantee success, but we'll help you not screw it up. We do not do it in the most efficient manner possible. It isn't like a class. I will not get all of you together on Tuesday at 3 in the afternoon and we'll cover something. It doesn't work that way. It's what do you want to learn today, and one of our guys will get with you and we will teach you just this thing that you want to know and how to do it. We will get you on the path. It's really weird to be able to do that, to be able to walk in the door and say, like she can walk in the door Monday and say, I want to learn how to weld. Okay, and we're going to grab Batman. Damn it, he's going to teach her how to weld. He can walk in at the same time and say, I want to learn how to do computer-controlled embroidery, because that looks like fun. I want to make patches. Cool, that's a different person. Go up there and do it. It's really cool once you figure out that you can make your own patches. And all the stuff, you're going to like this, all the stuff, because I get people that come in here and they're like, girls can't do that. The exact same set of skills that you have to learn to run a CNC embroidery machine, all that code, all those skills, you know, G54 home tooling, all that jazz, is the exact same stuff to run the $100,000 giant CNC panel cutter. It's the same stuff. It's just move this motor to this way. It's the same stuff. 3D printing, same stuff. It's all G-code. And if you know one, you instantly have a huge leg up in learning all the other ones. And if you can do, so this means if you come in to learn 3D printing, you can make your own patches for your band, and you can go on the panel router down in the CNC shop, and that's pretty much an IKEA factory. So what furniture do you want to make? Anything that you can make out of a flat panel, 4x8 sheet, and everything in Home Depot comes in 4x8 sheets. up to 6 inches thick, you can cut with 1/10 of a thousandth of an inch accuracy on that machine. It's awesome fun. So you pretty much have your own IKEA factory. And you can go on the IKEA website and say, I like that, but I wish it did this. Okay, get in CAD, make it do that. You can do this. The hardest thing that I have to teach you guys is that the dude who invented the cell phone isn't a god. You'd be amazed how many million-dollar ideas out there that you would look at and go, why the hell didn't I think of that? How many of you know what an aglet is? See, nobody knows this. It's a really obscure, useless little thing. It makes all of your lives better. The aglet is the little plastic thing on the end of your shoelace. That's it. But I want to be the guy that gets 1/10 of a penny for every one of these that Nike sells. This guy, not a rocket surgeon. Okay, figure it out. Use the plastic on the end of a rope. Hey, you can stick it through the hole better. Yeah. I want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that owns a shop that prints Wonder Bread wrappers. Not a rocket scientist! Wonder Bread wrappers. Because what do? You print a bajillion of them, they go in the world, people throw them away 4 days later. They need more! I want to be this guy. I want to run the big Flexo print shop that prints Wonder Bread wrappers. You can do this. In this building, you have the tools, the space, the people to teach you how to use them, to design and build and manufacture anything you can imagine, whether you want to make 1 or 100,000 of them. If you come in here with an idea, you want to make the first 5, which is the hard part, and then you decide you want to make a factory and make 5 million, we can take you from making the very first one to making a factory and everything in between. And once you figure that out, you realize that this is the thing that I want to bug you tonight while you're trying to sleep. The only thing standing between where you are today and you owning your own multi-million-dollar company is whatever bullshit excuses you keep telling yourself, because that's all you've got. I gave you the space, I gave you the knowledge, I gave you the tools. All you have to do is get off your butt. That's it. You just have to do. Try something, fail. Burn it down. Totally screw it. Piss away $1,000. Do the next thing. Fail fast, because you're going to fail. You will not win every time, you're going to fail, but the idea is you fail as hard and fast and quick as you possibly can so that you can get past that failure and take the 5% of that worked and get into the next thing. Because the way that you succeed at something is eventually you have to stop sucking at it, and it starts by sucking at it really bad for a while. This is true of everything you'll ever learn in your life. You have to start by sucking at it really bad. Eventually you stop, and you just, one day you're good at it. Next. It's true. You like ask any professional photographer, how do you take really good pictures? Easy. Take 1,000 really bad ones every day, and you get 3 that are awesome.
Somewhat loaded, but not too loaded.
Oh, give me a loaded question. I dare you.
Is-
It's not like I'm
I
on
know you
live
guys
TV.
teach a lot of educational classes.
Mhm.
Have you guys thought about teaching some 5S classes?
What's 5S?
5S is basically shop organization.
We do a little bit of that, like
So
stemming
it's
and
like
stuff
lean
like that.
manufacturing.
Yeah, we get into a little bit of that, but we do that mainly with corporate people, not like average. We have, you can come here and have a personal membership, which is like 20 bucks a month. You can have a family membership, which is everybody who lives in your house. That's all 30 bucks a month. And you can get corporate memberships where it isn't tied to a person. The IDs have a company name on them. So like if you own a shop, you can get a corporate membership, and any 5 of your employees can come in here at any given moment, and it's huge fun. We do this a lot. And they get a different, like we have companies that come in here, like we want to do a corporate retreat and learn about team building or learn about manufacturing efficiency and stuff like that. And we actually have a professor of manufacturing engineering and product design engineering that comes in here. One of them's on our board, and they do stuff like that a lot. So we get into it, but not as much as I'd like to. I spend way more time dealing with like 3rd graders. Yeah, half of my job is making little kids cry. I work in high voltage, I make explosions. So. One more question. What do you want to know? Go.
Can you tell me about your recreational therapy work?
Recreational therapy work. We deal with, and I know it's in the book, we deal with a lot of vets. VA sucks. We deal with a lot of vets and a lot of, there's a political term for it, like a politically correct term for it, but I don't know it off the top of my head, so I'm going to say cripples in therapy. And we get people who have been through hell. And most places that are doing therapy like that suck really bad. And it's really dopey and boring. We're like, nah, it's blue power tools and blow shit up. It'll be fun. And they get to come here and build stuff. And it's really cool. And we actually spun a company off of that for building equipment for quadriplegics, which is really cool. And that's It's a growing part of what we're doing. We just started doing it about 2 years ago without realizing we were doing it. It just kind of happened. And they kept coming back, and they kept telling their friends. And we got a lot of nursing people in all of a sudden, and vans showing up with ramps on the side. And we're like, how can we help? And just the word spread. We never set out to do that as a thing. It just evolved, and it turns out this is a good place sport. It's a good fit. And now I'm working like hell to try and raise a pile of money to make this place way more handicap accessible, because it was built in the 50s, and they apparently just hated people in wheelchairs in the 50s, because this entire building is a staircase at some point. So we're working through a lot of that. But if that's something you're into, or you work in that, I am very interested in talking to you about it, because you can help us do it better, and I'm interested in helping you. Go!
Have you thought about setting up an organizational system in these rooms?
Yes, but you
trying
understand
to
we're...
find like a specific part, I feel like you might spend more time looking for something.
Ask a staff member, we know where everything is. Right now, the building's upside down because we're in the middle of a giant purge of robotics and completely overhauling the high voltage lab, which is why when you walk in high voltage, the floor's covered in stuff. All that stuff moved in there 2 days ago. It'll move out on Monday, but everything's in a constant state of flux. There's places like Meijer where they set it all up, and then every 5 years they do what's called a reset, and they cut the store in half, and they're like, all right, everything in grocery is going to get shut down, and we're going to move everything around and change it and optimize. We don't do that. Here it's constant. It never stops. Some part of this building has been in remodeling since the day we moved in, and it never stops. It's always like, once I get high voltage done, I'm on to robotics next, and then it's the recording studio, and it's always something. There's always a giant mess somewhere. It's a maker space, man. We make shit.
I'm aware of that.
But you can walk in here right now, ask for any possible thing in our inventory, and there's at least 3 of us that can tell you exactly where it is. If we have it, we know where it is. And 2 of us have the ridiculously useful superpower of you can pick up anything in this building, I can tell you what it is, where it came from, what it's worth, what it costs, and who donated. That and a buck will get you a short beer. Alright, this is what you need to know. Membership here is a little $20 a month. You spent more than that on fast food last month. I want you to get off your butt and come here and do something cool. I don't care what you make. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl or straight or gay or Christian or Jew. I don't care. You're smart. You have value, and I want you to make your world a better place. I want to teach you the fun and joy of power tools. So you get up, you go over there, you bug that guy who's running away right now. You bug that guy, and you say, I want to sign up, and you get involved. And I don't care what you want to do here, I just care that you do something. I want you to, instead of spending tomorrow watching someone on a screen while you eat breakfast do cool things, I want you to be the person on the screen doing cool things. That's my mission in life, is to get you off your butt and doing cool stuff. So bug that gentleman right there with this awesome t-shirt. That is quite the t-shirt. The paws are wrong, and it freaks me out. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What? What do you want to do?
Metal shop stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, because I'm working in a metal shop today. We're going to have a whole second sheet router just for metal. And it's totally going to work. Really. Everything's going to be fine. We got a machine gun in it, and the fuses were soldered in. They're removable bus fuses. And they're soldered in, and they're not fuses so much as they're chunks of pipe with a fuse soldered to the side. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine.
Motion approved.
Safe.
All right, guys. Anybody who is ready to rock and roll in a membership, let me know and I'll get you paperwork.
Yeah.
You guys want to become members? Okay, perfect. Individual membership, family membership.
Hi there guys, welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's 15/17 on February 3rd, 2018. I got a moment of genius.
You got a moment of genius.
Genius. You want to see something cool?
What's cool?
Come here. It'll work. So, for years, we've had a big pair of 208 volt, three-phase, 75 kVA automatic power supplies.
Right.
They're automatic voltage regulators.
Right.
And they had a big stack of core windings and
Yep.
then a 6-stack Variacs, right?
Right.
Okay, and the 6-stack Variacs are triple doubles.
Right.
Okay, so
With balancers.
with balance chokes. Now these are nice Statco Variacs. This is a model 033-7581.
Yep.
Okay, it's got a 5-second wind front to back. And these two are paired here, these two are paired here, these two are paired here.
Right.
So we got a pair of these.
Right.
So what if, because we have the giant triple,
Right.
so we have all the amps we need at three-phase power.
Right.
What if we took the balance chokes off of here
Yeah.
and added them onto here and made this a single 6? A single phase 6-stack Variac, which is going to give us 150 kVA
Right.
single phase. So at that point, we just hook this to whatever the hell we want for current limiting. But the Variacs are going to be cool and groovy all day long, no matter what the hell we're doing.
Totally doable.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is a project this weekend for you and me, because this is easy. This is fun. We could do this today,
Right.
and we could do it quick. Like we may have to trim some bus. We don't even need some bus bar.
In fact, we're going to transplant the bus bar with the balance choke.
This is cool. All right, so we got a thing.
We got a thing.
All right. Also, I got the Wysock supply back in the room.
I saw that.
We should be able to get the 6-inch working,
Okay.
just to get a coil working in the cage.
That would be nice.
If either you or Denichi can drop a couple bucks, I worked out all the parts we need to lace the cage. And I will take days and lace up the cage, but I need a spool wire, I need a whole spool of plain old 10 gauge stranded bare wire.
Okay.
And we're going to use the marine connections because they're waterproof, just forever, and self-tapping sheet metal screws, and lace every bar on the whole frame together. And I got to figure out clamps to get the ground wires connected. But I'm on it. So that's my idea. I'm glad you agree. So
Totally doable.
we make one 6-stack. It's going to be this one. We'll take the parts off of there and put them onto here because this one's in a little tiny bit cleaner, better shape.
Okay.
Once that's done, I'll put wheels on this and we'll take this up to the high voltage lab. And then we just got to figure out a ballast to put there.
Okay.
We really need an adjustable ballast.
We need a big one. We got a little.
Yeah, we need a big one. We'll be back.
Do you know the size and threading of the head?
I have no idea.
Your rolly stool's nowhere near as cool as mine. Cutting cheese.
What you need is one of those clamp-on things that you do to drill the dowel pins in the end of wood.
What?
They have things that you clamp on the end of the board for doing dowel pins. The wood
Yeah.
gives you a row of holes so you can keep your drills straight going into the thing.
Nah, fine.
Oh man, what's the deal with this screw? 9/16 or a 7/16 socket and ratchet up on top of here, would you snarf it? No?
Okay, and it, put back, I think.
Okay, I need the ratchet and a 7/16 socket. Both of them.
Is this the one?
That's the one. And 17/16 socket is along this edge. That is somewhere near the center. What do we have now? That one is a 7/16. Excellent.
Amy Bear, we're gonna need a shot back. No, but
I
a
do not. Yes.
shot back with a small tip would be a good idea. I would feel like that would be a sense to have. Maybe that's what this is. There's plugs over there in the back. Yeah, there's an extension over here. Okay.
Now, you can feed power into the very end of Variac and get from 0 to whatever you put in, or you can go one tap in and get like a step up. Which are we going to be doing?
Let's have one little step up.
Therefore, we will be putting neutral on one, or one end on one, and the other will go on two.
Hey, Batman.
Yeah.
I need my cinnamon swirl happiness.
Cinnamon swirl.
He knows what I want.
Bad news is the output of the parallel chokes will not be able to be bus bar because of the way they have the outputs arranged.
That's all right.
The big square ones have
Rebecca's
bolts.
watching her while Moose is out of town.
The big square ones have the bolts spaced out so you can bus bar strap right down the middle to the output.
This Batman, or this, oh,
What's that?
Tap Magic aluminum.
Ooh.
Smells like cinnamon. It's made of candy. Put it on the pancakes.
You can use that to push this down for the tight challenge.
Hey, Amy, if you want to go nuts with the vacuum, everything below me, all the little aluminum bits need to be vacuumed. They won't play nice with this.
Yeah, electricity and there's also a collection of washers and nuts that are laying around inside.
Yeah. Don't vacuum up this.
this is the source for material. We're taking from the source.
Make sure whatever, if we do end up doing something that has nothing to do with the original source, we keep the light from this, because I know light is
I'm gonna come up with a cool use to the second set.
I'm saying if you decide to go with a light or a lamp, whatever, you keep the light.
Yeah.
You've already made it that nature, which is,
You gotta leave the top of the exact so it doesn't blow the sides of it.
right.
Because nothing exceeds.
Realize, once he moves into his house, he's gonna realize, one, he has nowhere to actually sleep, because he left the fucking lights.
I'm only gonna have like 3 lamps in my house.
Objects.
We have so much stuff, we're like, yeah, this is gonna be cool in the house, this is cool in the house.
I got a lot of stuff that's gonna be cool in my house.
You read Fool.
This week's not orders, Chris
Yeah.
Boden.
He did one called Sacre Bleu. Did you read
Yeah, I
that?
read that too.
All right. I just finished it. I was going to recommend it.
I read a lot of Christopher Moore.
I got that one.
I am currently reading The Lust Lizard of Melancholy
Oh,
Cove at
that's
the moment.
hilarious.
Almost done with it.
I'm debating doing the vampire ones because vampire stuff generally doesn't interest me. But
Read them. It's Moore. Read
we're
it.
talking Christopher Moore.
Bite Me is pretty good. It's not a vampire one, but you should read it. But before you read Bite Me, you should read The Lust Lizard of Melancholy Cove.
Already dead.
Okay, then you should read Bite Me next.
Is it a sequel?
No, but if you're... The Lust Lizard one gives a lot of preliminary stuff that I have seen later parts of in later books, so it tells me it's one of the earlier books. And anything to do with Pine Cove, like the Santa one, he did a Christmas one.
Yes. He uses that community for more than one book.
Yeah, he does, but this is like the first book in that community from a lot of what I'm reading. Because he really introduces characters, like Theo and Molly and all that.
Yeah.
You really get the original backstory on them in this book. And you don't get that in the other ones as much. So it leads me to believe this is the first book set in Pine Cove. Thank you, Amy. Back in that spot right under where I was. Oh, we got the air
We're rolling again.
Give me an electric driver to put this up. Oh, you got it? Cool, that's working. Welcome back, guys. Is that a new battery here, or is this a dead battery?
That's it.
That's a dead battery. Ready to roll. Alright. Hand screwdriver to get them started.
Nut driver.
Nut driver, just to get them started.
There.
We got 5/16 on.
I already gave him enough 5/16 nut driver. Why was it snowing out there?
Here. It's a great day for snow. Thank you, sir.
All right.
That's nice.
We got a,
It's pretty.
you guys
Hey, look behind you. Thank you.
You guys are here.
I appreciate that. I'll be done with this first.
What's that?
I'll be done with this.
I
I just gotta add in.
Here's your hand.
Yeah, we got this.
How long are you taking?
This? Half hour?
Yeah. Charles, I think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Christmas and stuff.
I did like the white beard.
Charles out.
Darwin had the beard. Dickens was the writer.
He had white hair though.
Well, they all do eventually.
Well, it was salt.
It happens to all of
Salt and
us.
pepper.
I'm getting there too. Sad day.
The white hair didn't bother me, but I gotta tell you, when I got my first gray pube, it freaked me out. I wasn't ready for that.
Does that happen soon after?
I had gray hair on my head starting when I was in my 20s. Mainly, I blame my brother. And
How many day goes to be?
I think I got my first gray pube at like, I don't know, 30 something.
I have no idea.
And then there's Paul, who's been gray since he was 12.
I'll be 40 next month, and this year I just started getting gray hairs in here.
That's about right.
That's weird, Paul.
So 40's next month?
Yes.
Okay. The one that's really gonna fuck you up is the first time you sit on your nuts. You just wait for that. Just tell me.
Let's try something.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. Yeah, that happens.
Sagging balls?
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe we're
You start hanging a little lower. The first time you sit on your nuts, you're gonna be like, what the fuck just happened? And then you're gonna think it through, and you're just gonna have a bad day. And nobody's gonna know why.
Okay, I'm confused.
What?
All these chokes are reading as open circuit.
Well, I'm sure they're okay, so figure it out.
Well, so far 2 of them are not. You have a flashlight? So well. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, no,
Not here.
I have one on my phone, actually.
I
Oh, that's one too.
usually have one right here, but I took it off because I had to bend down and do the thing.
Do the thing.
Okay, it looks like,
get a flash there.
but it looks like A goes to B and C goes to D, just looking at the windings.
That's what it looks like, huh?
Yeah. All right,
Hey, Paul?
yes.
This is the stock Statco part,
Yeah.
bolting to a stock Statco Variac, and we're rewiring it in a manner that is a stock Statco configuration. So just look it up.
Just right there. Well, no, because we know it's working, so I touch the lead schedule.
And we know the chokes work because this was removed from working service, and these aren't exactly a part known to fail. Like, yeah, chokes fail, but if the chokes fail, you know the chokes
came out
fail.
of a very wet backyard. I remember going to get these. That's why they're
They
rusty.
tend to open in a
sitting
very
outside.
violent way.
Oh, God, look at that. That's sexy as hell. 6 balance chokes on 1 stack. Now this is gonna suck.
Real fun getting it out, go back in, it's even worse. I
It's,
got a ratchet here if you want to get,
I want to ratchet with like a foot-long extension.
okay, I
I
got a
need to
ratchet.
compensate.
I got a
What
ratchet.
the fuck am I gonna do?
It's a cheap ratchet. Yeah, I'll go get you a
You're a
longer-
cheap.
I'll go get you a longer extension.
Give me a nice long extension on a 1/4-inch drive. This doesn't suck at all. This is the greatest thing I've ever
Sense some sarcasm.
I'm having all the fun. It's the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. I've never had so much fun as this.
Is his nose growing yet?
This project. And then, of course, he's on the radio. Go for Chris. Too much for you?
I'm trying to make sure that there's not a big man.
Alright, I'll get there. Snug up all those. The bottom one's in, just needs to be tightened. I'll be right back.
You got it easier way? All right.
He had a pair of googly eyes, and someone stole his googly eyes. Why someone would steal his googly eyes, I don't know.
Something out of it.
Oh, that's so much better. All right. Thanks, Snug. All set. All right. Whoops.
Wow. Yeah.
So this is all the wiring that came out of those guys. Went over to like little transformers and stuff.
Oh, that's it.
We got all sorts of wire.
All right.
I thought it was bought this stuff. you over the quiet, Tim. It's Larry, sorry. Well, there it is. That's it. Running. Oh, there it is. I got the roller coaster sim all booted up and no one wanted to watch. You can use that, Tim.
Christina will be coming by in a bit. You can run her through it.
I just watched a guy totally not buy a mail order variety.
Really.
Yeah.
They never put the bank.
Things you can do with Bitcoin.
My friend Dan got himself a Russian mail order bride that actually turned out pretty decent for him.
Yeah? I'd have gone with a Latvian personally, but you know, if you got to get a Russian, that's all right.
Damn attractive and has an excellent accent. Don't put taking those down, when you taking those up.
You need a sturdy Australian woman as a mail order bride. Like a rugby player.
Wouldn't mind that.
I can totally get you a really warm, cuddly New Zealand chick with a great accent who will love you till the day she dies. I can hook this up. Because I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take a lot to be able to import a sheep. Which is pretty much a standard New Zealand one. And they're warm and cuddly, a little scratchy, but you get used to that.
Scottish sheep is
Lotion.
way cheaper. No one can really tell the difference.
Well, he's
Unless-
Welsh, so he can tell the difference.
Only if you get him a Welsh sheep.
We got to
If
get
you
him
get
one
him
of
a
those
Scottish
exotic
sheep, he
sheep.
won't do it.
And really, as big as his whole family is into the Hobbit, it's got to be a New Zealand sheep. So we got these.
You know,
8 gauge. These will do.
no, those were taken off the balance sheets and I already got used to the ones of those.
Okay. Grab the wad of wire.
It's over
Where
here.
is it? Oh, hey, okay. All right, so we got all 6 on. Now it's just lacing it up and it's done. Monday, I'm going to autopsy that, which will give us, hopefully, some kind of current limiting. If it doesn't, I'm going to call our buddies at a place in town that makes custom transformers and see if I can get us a custom current limiting transformer in.
Have them design it.
I'm going to. A multi-tap inductive current limiter.
You need these little jumpers, Paul?
Probably mostly the little ones.
So, Batman, I do have a thing I need you to describe to me up. Save those.
Hold on. Let's straighten one of them out and let me see if it'll jump her.
Hang on, let me get excited. Oh, this is way more you than me. Just need a phone. I need the 2 big candlestick cables for the 6 people.
I'll need five of these, 5 of the 6.
They're in the container. And they're at the part of the container that we took out. Let's see if we can get it out. Because me, him, those 2 cables, in half an hour in that room, I'll bet we get 6-inch cable. Amy, you want to come help? Make sure I don't die. Hey, is your puppy doing better?
No,
What's wrong?
I don't know. She's sick. She's laying on the couch all day. She hasn't had breakfast because she was puking all this day.
She have drinking or something?
Probably ate something she wasn't supposed to.
Your dog eats something she's not supposed to? Like, I don't know, a crayon? Because she's not allowed things with artificial coloring. Okay.
My middle daughter ate a great crayon once and I didn't know it. Went to change the diaper and it's like, Donald! Read everything. She comes walking up, that's a crayon, and walks away. Now, the funniest story I have about changing diapers was the first time I had to do Natasha. So, she was the 34-week preemie.
Okay.
She was only this big, right? I was scared to death I was going to break her.
No, you get the helping hands you use on your solder rig, man. This shit works great.
And then I was in a cold sweat. I was nervous.
Well, I mean, you got a kid that's 34 weeks premature. That's like this big.
34, yeah. It's the other way around.
That's way
Okay.
cooler in my head.
The way this works. C goes to D all the way down. Ba-boom, ba-boom,
Okay.
ba-boom, ba-boom. And then C goes to D. Bottom of the top.
Okay.
D is the output.
And these all three just bus all the way down.
Right. Power. You can go into one.
So these are all the ends?
Yeah.
And this is the wiper?
No. The wiper is what I'm tying into.
What the hell is this?
This is theirs if you want 0 to input.
Okay.
Here's if you want 0 to input plus a good point. That's where you can start.
Okay. So we're just adding this in. It's easy for us to tap between, but at any given moment, one of these is useless.
Correct.
But we have all the damn bars, so why not?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm with you.
That's the way they had it, so who am I to question their well?
But it's just C to D?
C to D, all the way down. And no, the short ones that are over the back. Look like this. Yeah, those.
These work? They work great. All right, I'm going to start on that. What are you going to do?
I'm doing the bottom 3 of these going.
Give me one.
I'll
I've got more. I've got them right here.
You do the little short.
I'm doing C to D.
You're doing C to D with the shortest ones you got.
What are you doing?
I am doing A to 3.
A to 3?
The output of the stack
Okay.
into A. Oh.
Got nothing but faith.
Variac I got.
We have a little experience with Variac. We've done this once or twice. We need to update the hardware. This is all quarter 20 hardware. The nuts are kind of grody.
Yeah.
You may have a strong background in Variacs. I have a strong background in grody nuts.
So it sounds like
Seen things you don't want to know. I was raised a poor black child. We didn't have indoor plumbing until I was 27. Now, if I had a ratchet or something.
Right there.
Ah! That's my ratchet!
That's that
Why
red,
my
that
ratchet
red,
is in Batman's toolkit.
that red set is all of that.
This is a Craftsman set of 2B sockets.
Yeah.
And it's way nicer than mine. I got a crappy set. Did you put this on here?
No, I just
You
dropped
just set
out.
it there.
I just set it there for a sample.
Oh.
Those had to be the bottom ones.
What?
Yeah, these are. I got 2 that are bent different than the others,
Yeah?
and I'm thinking they were on the bottom one because the bottom one was hooked around nice like the
How does that
others.
make you feel? This, like this. You, me, on a project, building shit. We don't get to do this. I spend so much of my life on the phone or in my office.
I have been noticing.
I don't.
It's like I come out and what do? We play with boots. Why? Because it's like there's no
What we
downtime.
got? Yeah, it's nonstop. Like I got people all on me for blog. I'm like, guys, I got nothing I can blog, and I don't have time to blog. So I gave Taylor a camera and said, go shoot, start shooting blogs, start learning how to do this. And wow, did people get pissed off.
All right, hand me that. There's one last long one over there.
There's like,
Whoa, where did that come from?
this one's been different. You're feeding it too hard! The guy in the planer is going to come out here in a minute, pissed off because the planer died, because he tripped the brake.
Dude, you're letting everybody in the building know you don't know what you're doing.
I hate the planer so much. I hear that in my sleep, dude.
This one is a little longer than the other ones, but this
now you can say hi. Now we're recording.
Yep.
So they didn't catch the end of it, but look, it's done. So
These are the outputs. All the bees get tied together at a big terminal somewhere.
Okay, so well, these will just
I wouldn't daisy chain. I'd do individual wires off.
to a big RAR.
Right.
We'll do that out of this. We got all the big wire.
Yes.
But now we have a 6-stack single phase Variac. And this started out his life as a model 0337581. So we have to figure out now, when this was 3 pairs, it was 75 kVA.
Right.
3-phase 75 kVA. We got to figure out how many kVA we are now, where that's all one parallel bank. 1 phase, 6 stacks. So that's the blog question. You guys let us know what do we got now, because that's beefy.
So it's 50 amps a stack, 6 stacks, 300
Yeah,
amps.
each one of these are fused at 50 amps.
And we're going to be putting what voltage in?
240.
240 in.
They were originally 208, so I got to think they'll take 240 just fine.
They should.
Because I'll bet Staco makes a 120, a 240, and a 480 Variac. And that's it. So this is probably the 240.
Yes, they don't have any numbers on the individual stacks. They got just the company name.
This is going to be cool. I'm excited. 300 amps.
I would imagine it's going to be 225 kVA.
Well, 300 amps is more than we can suck out of the wall. So now we have our main Variac for single phase that will never get warm.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yes.
Cool.
This is a good thing.
We'll be back. Batman? We're getting out of this place.
I know nothing.
We're gonna wait till 11 when they do the shift change. Guards always do the shift change at 11. We're out of here. Somewhere there's a fence, guys. That's not how he does that.
Said fence guy should come here and help that.
Yeah,
He made a cute little heart.
I did, actually. All right, I'll clean that up.
Yeah, leave it.
Not leaving a heart. It's a high voltage lab.
There's no
It's a
heart.
place of rugged manliness and pain.
And metal shrapnel.
A little bit.
Shoot, man. Make it look like we know what we're doing.
There, that's it. Still masked from the painting.
Apparently, when you mask something, it likes to stay masked.
Except when the paint peels right off the thing. Because that's just sprayed on hot dip galvanized without being sanded or anything. And it's just latex paint, so it comes right out. Alright, that's good. Where's your plug?
Really want to plug that in right now?
Well, I want to make sure I'm clear and everything. All the breakers are off.
Okay.
Make sure it's all safe and happy. I'm just going to plug it in. I'm going to have to turn it on.
A lot of length here.
Good, we're going to need it because we're going to move this box across.
There you go.
It's got a little bit a cable.
I've got an end here. Hang on, Paul.
Yeah,
I've got an, I see an end.
that's,
What the hell have you got?
this goes to drive
Yep.
the transformer.
Oh, that's the whole other side.
Yeah,
Okay. So we can move this closer
by that much.
by a fair bit. All right, check breakers, make sure we're dead. Everything safe?
I have no idea where that breaker is.
It's on the front.
No, he's talking about the breakers in the box.
Hold on. Shoot, man, it's not even way down as off. We are off.
Okay. Clear? Yep, that fits. We got good
It's lovely.
clearance.
It's quite lovely.
Okay. It's unplugged and safe. I'm gonna do the other stuff while I'm in here.
May as well.
Because I'm here.
Tiny hearts for everybody. Just waiting for you to make a cut that just makes the whole thing go pling.
See that, man? I'll let you bend these all over. Yeah, you bend those, I'll cut these.
You can unplug those
What's the
extension
yellow?
cord. You can unplug it all.
Alright.
This is my art.
That should do. That's just those, right?
Yep.
Alright, cool. It's all you.
Oh no, I lied. There is one more box right there.
Ah,
That's
I'll
what
go do
Thumper
that.
usually plugs into.
Yep. I'm gonna do this one for
Y'all saw I was done. We'll be back.
Not the first fire extinguisher they used.
Hang on, I need to get a good angle here.
We don't have a target, and the fence isn't grounded, so you don't want to stand there.
Fence is grounded at that.
It's grounded to the building.
It's fine. It's a little 6-inch coil, tank PVA. Clear coil, system going hot. System hot. Alright, rotary check.
We did power the rotary on the wall, so we know the rotary will work. We are plugged into the thing.
Turn on your breaker.
Your breaker has to be on.
System's hot.
Nope.
I need a, over there. I need a dang Oh. They use glue on there with their best designs. Quit stuffing my coil, Paul. Okay, clear. System hot.
How you feel there, Chief?
Come here, I'll show you. Come here. Yeah, we gotta clean the dust off it. That's half of what's causing the racing arches, the surface dust, but it's good.
Yes, doesn't it though?
It's definitely got some specific odor to it.
It holds a little charge, yeah. It's not the big charge in the caps, those bleed down, but it's just the static that's will hold, yeah.
Because I just wiped my finger.
Very nice.
Blind cleaners.
It's not. What we're
It's
missing.
not a bad idea.
is, we
How many of you people who have worked for years on custom oils are gonna get bit doing this shit? This is like the first day of winter and everybody has to learn how to drive again. Come on guys, we've been doing this for 20
we
years.
have some bits that are going to clip down on top of these. So that when the nasty smoke, so that it's the ground rail rather than.
Oh, we haven't done that on this one.
No, we haven't yet.
Oh shit.
Built right in, but this was like the first.
This one's only gonna
This
be
is the one we
running,
need to hang
this
from
one's
the
only gonna
ceiling.
run for a couple months. We're gonna be up to 8
We get those going.
very soon. I think we can swap out a lot and get 8 going off that power supply.
Yeah.
If we get the 8 going, we can probably get easily 8-foot arcs out of that. And then we immediately start on that. We gotta do the MMC, that's like $6,000. We gotta do a fundraiser, donate, and then we're on big coils.
I want to take 4 of those little things that are sitting in the hallway upstairs and,
Oh, those things, yeah.
The power supplies?
The capacitor things.
The opto, yeah, take them.
I got 2 back in my office.
Have you got them working?
I'm a little, I don't have.
Well,
I don't have 480 power.
I've only had them for a year. I haven't had time.
I don't have 480 power.
You don't need 480 power. They'll run on anything. So make 480. You live in the industrial center of Detroit.
I got 240 center hot.
Okay. Who's this? Hi.
Hey there.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm just seeing what's what.
Okay.
Observing a fancy yellow thing.
Are you wavered?
Yes. We're in the yellow thing, you should.
Okay.
Someone needs to know.
If you're inside this box, your hands stay just like this in your pockets. You can be in here right now because we're all in here right now, but your hands stay with you because this room is filled with things that will kill you the moment you don't respect them.
Including.
This guy and this guy have been working around these for, well, he's been doing it for 20 years since I've known him, and he's already been electrocuted in here.
Today.
He nearly died. A man of his age, just like, he's sensitive. You're gonna get bit, you're gonna get excited, your blood pressure's gonna spike, you're gonna fall and break a hip. Again. Dad. Saying, that's already happened.
My wallet's out of my hip pocket now.
Okay, fine.
Anyone else is going to stop working?
Alright guys, we're
That's
back.
a little one.